Well, good evening, and good afternoon. Hey, how are you guys on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube? My name is Silver and Studio on this Thursday evening. Yes, Thursday evening. Let me turn on this music here. A while ago, I was hearing double sounds. A while ago, I don't know what it was. I was hearing double sound, but the most important thing by hearing double sound is that I can hear twice. Um, some people can't hear, but at least I could hear it twice. I was wondering what was that double sound, and then I realized that there are two things which was on. Um, so that's great. Well, welcome. I want to thank you so much for joining tonight. Tonight is going to be very interesting, exciting. We've got Rachel Reeves. Should she go or should she stay? Prince Andrew. Oh, he's no more Prince Andrew. He's just Andrew. You know what I'm trying to say? He's just Andrew. And also Hurricane Bad Girl Melissa. Yeah, Bad Girl Melissa. And some updates from Jamaica in regards to that, yeah. But I'm going to try to bring in Sir Gary. Gary, how are you doing? Can I hear you? Hold on. I can't hear you. Let me see.
I'm still hearing the.
Oh, you're hearing the music?
I'm still hearing the music.
Ah, let me turn on the music. Okay, you can hear it, yeah?
Okay, I can hear you now. No music.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good in the Malibu. I'm cool in the Malibu. Didn't know that the music was playing very loud. Belinda, they didn't tell me the music was playing very loud. What are you there for? I can see. I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I can see you. I can see you there. Is that you? You're by the river. You're by the sea. By the river. You by the sea or something like that.
Yeah, well, I'm in the sunshine state.
You're in the sunshine. Yeah, you're in the sunshine state. Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Belinda. Good afternoon, Melinda. Good afternoon, those on TikTok. Gary, when I heard you were at the plane airport, I thought you were going to have a fist fight with Melissa.
Not at all. I wouldn't. I would lose that one.
Yeah, I thought you were going for a fist fight, with Bad Girl Melissa or something like that. I'm trying to say, But,
I mean,
but yeah.
As a man, there's some fights that men must not get into.
Okay.
And when it comes to, you must never hit a woman. I don't care how fussy that woman is. It's always best, even though they may say, I was always told, even when they want to call you chicken or you're weak or anything like that, just walk away. Away.
So are you trying to say even Melissa, just let her beat you up?
Well, even when you have bad girl Melissa, I want to live to fight another day. So
you want to live to fight another? Okay. You want to live to fight another day. Well. Fortunately for Jamaica, we have lived for another day. I seen some site where people say that Jamaica is sold out. Jamaica will never be the same again. And I said to them, Jamaica will always rise. We'll always rise, and we are a formidable people. We shall never be bought out. We shall always rise. I'm trying to say, Gary. As well. Gary, listen. Firstly, let's go to Rachel Reeves. Should she stay or should she go? What do you think about that? There's some latest developments there regarding her.
Well, I think from the very time that she made her slip up.
Yeah.
I think there's been warning signs really for her to kind of just step down, just do the honorable thing. Back in the day, say 20, 30, 40 years ago, the men or the women who were in power or who had influence in government they always did the honorable thing by stepping down, stepping aside. And I think that Rachel Reeves, she has not really proven that she's able to,
stand the ground.
she has proved that she can't really run the economy the way how probably she has spoken to be. Really,
Yes.
I think she should go. The longer she stays, I believe it's the more damage she'll bring to her party and her government. Just like Starmer. I mean, you can't leave Starmer out of this because Starmer put her in, and she is. I mean, Starmer is damaged already, but Reeves is damaging him again.
Yes, the interesting thing I've said. Ladies and gentlemen, just let me know what is happening. Is that Rachel Reeves? She was her letting agency. They have apologized for not getting her necessary license for when renting out her home. Reeves has been under pressure. Rachel Reeves is the chancellor for the UK. She has been under pressure. Sorry, 1 second, Gary. I'm hearing not good feedback. I'm just gonna mute you for a second.
Have you muted yourself?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
I can't hear you. I couldn't hear.
Gary?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, no problem, Gary. Yeah. So it is from your side there. Yeah. Just to let you know, Reeves has been under pressure since it emerged on Wednesday that she did not have the license from Southwark Council to rent out her property. As you know, what happened when many of these persons become parliamentarians and become ministers, they sort of see it as some sort of opportunity where they can rent out their property, buy new properties or whatever like that. The former Deputy Prime Minister, Angela Rayner, she was caught with her hands down with a 40,000 stamp duty or so, which she didn't pay. So she had to go. In a new statement on Thursday evening, the agent apologized to Reeves for the oversight. And somehow people are thinking that it's a way it is trying to save her. But I say this, Gary, I say if Rachel Reeves is saved, right? If Rachel Reeves is saved, you got to bring back Angela Rayner.
Correct. And that's
you
the
got
same
to
thing
bring back. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, sir.
Yeah.
If Rayner had to go, then Reeves has to go. You can't have one because you can't have one who is almost on the same thing.
Yeah.
One go and one stay. It's got to be fair. It has to be fair. So, I mean, I would have thought anyway. Rayner, I think, was a more credible one. She was more credible, even though again, I don't think she was always on the same sheet as Starmer. I don't think she was always on the same sheet as Starmer. Why Starmer really he threw himself under the bus, so to speak, to save Reeves. Reeves is the one that should go because she made some errors a few months ago when it came to the budget, isn't it? When she came to some tax increase or whatever it was, I can't remember exactly what it was.
I
but
think
he did his
go on. I think, Gary, that they are desperately trying to save Rachel Reeves. Why? Because the budget is pending, and she's the last saloon for Starmer. Angela Rayner was his wing lady. Rachel Reeves is the other wing lady. You know what I'm trying to say? And the other lady, which is was involved with the grooming gangs, the inquiry, she's also on what's her name? I forget what her name. She's also on the rings as well. And somehow I'm sorry?
You mean David Lemmy?
No. The other lady. There's another lady. No,
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
not Lammy, not Lammy. Not Lammy, not Lammy. The other thing also is that Rachel Reeves and Angela Rayner reminds me a bit with Tony Blair of Gordon Brown and John Prescott. You know, they are these two strong persons on the side. And those two heavyweight ladies, Angela Rayner and Rachel Reeves, are two powerhouse. Now, Starmer is so much entwined with these persons. And I believe that is why they are trying to save her. Now, the letting agency have now said that they were previously declining to comment, but Garrett Martin, owner of Harvey Wheel, has now released a statement. Here it is in full. He said, "We alert all our clients to the need for a license." I think they're trying to, somebody took the fall for her already. In an effort to be helpful, on previous property manager offered to apply for a license on these clients' behalf, as shown in the correspondence. That property manager suddenly resigned on the Friday before the tenants began on the following Monday. Unfortunately, the lack of application was not picked up by us, as we do not normally apply. Come on, Gary, this lady is the chancellor. This lady is a high-powered lady. This is not a typical person. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, we have apologized for the owners of this oversight. You know?
You see, again, I mean, there is. She may have to go sooner than we think, because there has been some leaks, hasn't there? 1 or 2 leaks about what she may be raising taxes on.
Yes, and that's another thing.
And I don't believe that the country is going, this time, the country is not going to sit back and allow taxes to be raised and nothing is done. The Labour Party, before they came into government, almost every point of discussion every point that they had raised as far as their manifesto was questioned. They would not raise taxes, and that is all they've been doing from the time they've been in government. They've raised taxes, and things are becoming increasingly difficult. People are struggling to live. It's difficult, and I don't know if this government, never mind Reeves, is going to survive for the next year or 2. I don't know. I don't know if Starmer is going to survive.
Yes, and one of the things is that he has refused to take questions in Parliament regarding the whole bit on the budget. You know, they were saying that, you know, they're sticking to the manifesto. What they say, Starmer refused to say if he stand by pledge not to raise taxes. You know,
but he's raised taxes already.
Yeah,
he's already raised taxes, so he can't refuse to answer questions of that, because taxes have already been increased. So I mean, what is he trying to defend, really? What is he trying to avoid? He can't avoid the questions, because that will always be in front of him when they said loud and clear before they went into government, and as they approached or went into government, that they would not raise taxes. That was their song. The Conservative Party, they said that they would raise taxes. They were honest with it, and the country didn't want it. That's why they voted them out.
Yes.
But now, still, the country is beginning to see. Now, I'm not even now the country is beginning to see that the Conservatives, to some extent, were right.
Was right, and Rishi Sunak was right. But listen to this bit here. Listen to this bit here.
For our country. Well, Mr. Speaker. Yes. What a fascinating answer. It is not the same answer that I received when I asked exactly the same question, word for word, on the 9th of July. Then the Prime Minister replied with just one word, yes, and then he sat down with a smug grin on his face. What's changed in the past 4 months?
Mr. Speaker, as she well knows, no Prime Minister or Chancellor will ever set out their plans in advance. But, Mr. Speaker, I can say this, Mr. Speaker, because the figures on the productivity review that's being undertaken, this is a judgment on their record in office. Those figures are now coming through, and they confirm that the Tories did even more damage to the economy than we previously thought. Now, we will turn that around. We've already delivered the fastest growth in the G7 in the first half of this year. 5 interest rate cuts in a row. Trade deals with the US, EU and India. They broke the economy. We're fixing it.
Mr. Speaker, he says no Prime Minister or Chancellor will say these things before the budget. Has he told his Chancellor? Because she's been out there flying kites, causing constant speculation around the budget that is damaging the economy. All week, they've been briefing about tax rises. What we've heard is that he does not have a plan. So we have some ideas for him. Yes. Yesterday, they can... Yes. Mr. Speaker, it's quite clear that they need some ideas. Yeah. On this side of the House, we believe in scrapping taxes on family homes. Yesterday, we voted to abolish stamp duty. They voted against it. Even the Deputy Prime Minister, or the former Deputy Prime Minister, who resigned in disgrace for not paying stamp duty, voted to keep it. So, Mr. Speaker, I will remind them, on this side of the House, we know that abolishing stamp duty is how we get young people on the housing ladder and get the economy growing. So why won't he scrap this terrible tax?
Why didn't they do it then in 14 years in office? Mr. Speaker, as I said, the productivity review figures are now coming in, and they show the true extent of the damage that they did. And she asked us to take advice from them. We all know these figures are coming out. We all know that austerity damaged the economy on their watch.
Gary, Starmer, I wonder when will they stop saying 14 years and 20 billion black hole? You think that will ever stop?
But you see, what people have to realize, and what Starmer needs to understand also, is that the 5 interest rate cuts that they were able to do. They were able to do it because they were coming in from the conservative 14-year rule. I mean, they couldn't have gone in one day and the next 5 weeks. Let's say, just argument's sake, they couldn't come in for one day and for the next 5 weeks, interest rates coming because of the policies that they have in place. No, it's the policies that the previous government has, and whatever work the previous government has done or did, that is why they were able to cut interest rates, because of what the previous government was able to do. So it's nothing really of the Labour Party. The Labour Party really doesn't know what they're doing, and that is why they're having to raise taxes, because of the mistakes in which they have done since they've come into government.
So it's a level of trial and error government at the same time. But we watch your space to see what happened. When do you give her? When do you give her to go?
When do I give her to go? I think she should go now. I think she should. Okay,
I think the last time the Rainer went the Friday or the Thursday, I was giving her until Sunday. I think I'll give her until Saturday, if anything, subject to how things are, if anything. And then that's going to be the downfall of Labour. It's going to be a precipice right there, right over the cliff. And especially, as a matter of fact, even if she don't go, the country, as I understand it, will never forgive Labour for the raise of taxes upon taxes. I never forget a guy that I spoke to in the park, and he said, Silburn, just tell the truth. He was talking about voting for me, and he said, Silburn, just tell the truth. We just want the truth. Don't just tell the truth. Are you going to raise tax or not? Tell the truth. That's what people want, you know. People just want you to tell us the state of the economy and tell the truth. That's what people want, and that is what is not forthcoming at times by politicians. You know.
Well,
so yeah.
I would always agree with that, Sale. The
Yes.
problem with that in relation to the Conservative Party was when Rishi said that taxes would be raised, the government, not the country, didn't want that. And there was something even further to that we did highlight, and that was Rishi was not white.
Yes.
So that was a double whammy for the Conservative Party. I don't think that the country was ready for a non-white individual to be prime minister. So that was a disappointment, because I think he had done well. I think he had brought credibility back. Looking at where he was coming from, they brought credibility back to government, back to Downing Street, and he had a lot to do. And as a businessman, he did what he needed to do.
Yes.
So it was unfortunate that he lost that election. However, this party has come in saying that they won't raise taxes and they won't do this and they won't do that and they will do this and they will do that. Obviously, it hasn't worked still. Nothing's worked for them coming.
Yeah.
And I think also that Starmer has not really been the statesman as he has purported to be, or hasn't really come onto the world stage.
Yes.
And held any kind of sway or influence when it comes to political decisions internationally.
Yeah. I want to move from that. I want to go into Dawn Butler, because I saw something today, and I think Dawn Butler was very brilliant on this point. You remember that MP from Reform who said she's a bit disappointed. Let me just pause here. Let me just pause the garage, so I'm hearing feedback from there. Yeah. This particular MP said that she was very annoyed by so many Black and Asian and those guys in commercials. I don't know if you remember that bit there. And but watch how Dawn Butler addressed it. I thought it was really brilliant, I must say. Listen.
These are meant to uphold, spell it out clearly. To Sarah Pope, textbook.
Let me see if I can find it.
Risk being thrown.
Black people. The member for Runcorn and Helsby said, "It drives me mad when I see adverts full of Black people, full of Asian people." The member also said, "It doesn't reflect our society." Madam Deputy Speaker, as the MP for Brent East, one of the most diverse constituencies in the UK, you can be Black and brown and be British, so I'm completely offended by that comment. It is a racist comment, Madam Deputy Speaker, and can you imagine the constituents of that MP going to see her, knowing that she's a racist? Madam Deputy Speaker, these comments appear to be in breach of MP's Code of Conduct, in particular, the 7 Principles of Public Life.
Order. Can the Honourable Lady please reflect on her language and withdraw the remark about another Honourable Member in this place?
Madam Deputy Speaker, that comment is absolutely a racist comment. And if we cannot call that comment out in this House, that is in breach of the Nolan Principles for MPs. And I want to know, Madam Deputy Speaker, if you can help me in ensuring that...
Order. For clarity's sake, it's the calling of a member of this House a racist.
Madam Deputy Speaker, to say that, let me just quote again what the member for Runcorn and Helsby said. "It drives me mad when I see adverts full of Black people and full of Asian people. It doesn't reflect society." Madam Deputy Speaker, that is a racist comment. And it is against the Nolan principles. And how can we ensure that members of Parliament abide by the Nolan principles?
It's not the comment that the honourable member is referring to. It's the fact that that she called the member a racist that is the issue. If you can please reflect on your remarks of calling a member of this House a racist and stick to the comments being a racist. It may be that she considers that that is dancing on the pin of her head, but it's important that we all act with respect and set an example to the country.
Giving me deja vu. I appreciate that in this House that we are not.
Gary, when she said deja vu there, some time ago when Boris Johnson was the Prime Minister, she had called him a racist, and then the Speaker had suspended her for half a day, and that's why she said, "This is giving me a deja vu," right? Okay, just finish. Watch this master. Yeah, go on. Good.
Can I say something before you play?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
How can someone make a statement such as that and not say that they're not? It's like she's saying that the statement that her colleague made was racist, and so therefore, if the colleague had made a racist statement, he's a racist. You cannot you cannot make a racist statement and not be racist.
Exactly.
So she has nothing to apologize for. If she's saying, if Dawn is saying that she has nothing to apologize for, I would agree with her because he is racist, or she.
The issue is this: you don't call a member a racist. You don't call a member a liar or so like that. So they use words like when it comes on to lying now, they said, well, the member is tearing away from the truth or verging away from the truth. They play with these words, Gary, at the same time. But you don't call a member an outright racist or liar. But look how Don Butler closed this, and I think it was really brilliant. I just play this bit here.
Supposed to be disrespectful and call members of Parliament, MPs, what they actually are. Ultimately, the comment is a racist comment. It's quite strange that I'm unable to call out the member for being a racist, having made a racist comment.
Order. Please. It's time and time again. Can you please consider withdrawing the comment about a member of this House being a racist?
And I don't want to be thrown out of Parliament again. So I will withdraw the fact that I am referring to the Member of Parliament as a racist because of her racist comments.
You saw that, Gary? You saw that? Sorry.
Has she informed the member for Runcorn and Helsby that she intended to refer to him?
Gary, you got that? You got what she did?
Yeah. He's a racist.
Yeah. Huh?
Her colleague is racist. That's what she's saying.
Yeah. So what Don? Yeah.
So I mean, you see, if you looked at the white MPs, all of them were uncomfortable. All of the MPs, sorry to say, it's just sad. Even though some may not be, I'm not saying all of them are.
Yes.
But in that kind of situation, Silvan, they were all very uncomfortable.
They were uncomfortable. Yeah.
And what the statement that we refer to over and over in what John Barnes says, you can't get racism out because it's ingrained in society.
In society. All right. Listen to what the speaker says. Listen to another colleague come in
the chamber.
I have.
The chair is not responsible for comments made by individual members outside this place. If the honourable member considers there has been a breach of the Code of Conduct, the proper procedure is to complain to the Parliamentary Commissioner for Standards. Point of order, Simon Hoare.
The Honourable Lady for Brent East is absolutely right to draw the House's attention to the Nolan principles of public life, and they fall within the auspices of my select committee to keep a weather eye on, and of course it's an important anniversary of the Nolan principles this year. Given the fact that it is an important anniversary, and given the fact that the government has pulled together a whole variety of propriety and ethics under one body, might it now not be appropriate for the authorities of this place to reissue to all members what those principles are, that they are as enduring and relevant today as they were when Lord Nolan first penned them, and if we all abided by them fully all of the time, political and public life may be a little better.
Okay, Gary, that is regarding what I keep talking a lot about, the Nolan principles, the 7 Nolan principles: selflessness, leadership, accountability, transparency, and the shebang. That's what he's talking about, and this is what that member MP said. The Nolan principles are so crucial. This is something also we talk about that Jamaica should be adhering to, and these different MPs as well. So this is a good. This is something that I believe a lot of people should look at, this particular discourse which took place in Parliament now, where Parliament should be the safe space, Gary. It's a place where people can say things and not be sued. Yeah, that's why in Jamaica, you know what the MPs then will say? Come outside and tell me. Come outside and tell me. And they come outside and tell me because they want to fight. You know what I mean? They can say anything in the Parliament. And they say, come outside. Bars will say, you come outside. Come outside. Come outside. You know, so that's the whole thing there. Parliament should be a safe space where they can say things. And that's what Dawn Butler is talking about in regards to calling persons racist. The Conservative did not go further by calling her a racist. West Street, and the Health Secretary, called her a racist. Nigel Farage says, I wouldn't say the words that she said, but I understand what she said. That's reform.
You see, I think in a lot of ways, Silvan, and for those who are following you and listen to you and listen to us as we do what we do, I think it's okay for us to fight. I believe, when I say fight, I'm not saying cause a riot and all of that. I'm talking regards, but I believe that we as a nation, as a people, as a culture, we ought to fight to be recognized and stand up for being having equal rights, black and white, and to be accepted. Yes. But on the same hand, I believe we will never. Now, I understand that we're going to have some friends out there who will probably strongly disagree with what I'm saying, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to make a big thing out of this, but I don't think we will ever gain the recognition that we should. I don't believe so. At the same time, I'm not saying that we should not have individuals such as Dawn Butler, such as Diane Abbott, and other black men and women in society that has fought and is continuing to fight so that we can be properly recognized. But we have to, on the same hand, understand that when it comes to racism, when it comes to holding our own, society, the society in which we are in, the society some of us have been born into, will always be a racist society. Racism will never and can never be legislated out. You can't legislate against racism. You will succeed to some degree, but unless society in its entirety, amongst the indigenous population, unless they try to accept us.
Yes.
Accept us for who we are. We are no different from them. The only difference that we have between them and us is that is the color of our skin. That's the only difference. But we still contribute, and sometimes we contribute more to society than they do.
Yeah.
We've worked hard.
Yes. So it's very important that as a people that we position ourselves and just work towards position ourselves in echelons of society where we can make a change as much as possible, but have to be very fearless at the same time and to be a martyr for the cause. I mean to say that you don't as Marcus Garvey said, don't pussyfoot around. Pardon my French at the same time, even though it's an English word in the dictionary. But anyhow, I want to move from that, Gary. I don't know if you heard. I know you had your view. I don't know if you want to share your views, if anything. But Prince Andrew now, they say he's stripped from being called Prince. Right? He's now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He's going to be evicted from that house, and he's going to go on a private quarters or so, and things like that. So he's been wrenched or something like that. What they say is that Prince Andrew is being stripped of his prince title and will leave his Windsor mansion Royal Lodge. Buckingham Palace says the king has today initiated a formal process, and his brother will be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. As well as the title, the palace says formal notice has now been served to surrender the lease on Royal Lodge. Andrew will move to the royal estate in Sandringham, Norfolk. These censures are deemed necessary, notwithstanding the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against him, the palace says. What's your take on that, if anything? Knowing that he hasn't accepted, he denies it, and he hasn't been charged or anything, but he's been rinsed. Gary? Oh, Gary's gone. Oh, sugar. I didn't see that. Gary's gone. Anyhow, yeah, what do you guys think? Gary's going to come back, if anything. He's been having some challenges. What do you guys think about that? That is the situation there with Prince Andrew. Just really an update on that regarding Prince Andrew there. There's not much really to say about that. Some people say left them and let them deal with their own business, They said these censures are deemed necessary, notwithstanding the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against him. Right? Andrew gave up his other royal titles earlier this month, including the Duke of York, after more questions about his private life. Right? And in posthumous memoir, Virginia Goff repeated allegation that as a teenager, she had sex with Prince Andrew on 3 separate occasions. Andrew has always denied the claim. And in a statement, Miss Dear family called her an ordinary American girl who brought down a British prince. Right? So there we go. Prince Andrew is not anymore Prince Andrew. Well, ladies and gentlemen, either way, he's still going to be the Queen's favorite son, Queen Elizabeth. And he will always be, as far as I'm concerned, you always forever be considered a prince. You know what I'm trying to say? And he's a prince. Now, the question is this, and this is the question. This is a question that constitutional expert, and I may have to do a little research on that, is still 8 in line to the throne. He's still 8 in line to the throne. And if anything happens, he's still 8 in line to the throne. As in Gary's back. Yeah. There's a reason behind it why they strip his title. Yeah, the reason because they said that he apparently did it. Gary, I didn't realize you're gone, and I was there talking to you, and I realized you're silent. Can you hear me? Hey, Carrie, how are you doing over there on TikTok land? Gary, can you talk? Can you hear? I don't know if you can hear Gary. No, you can't hear. Can you hear? Can you hear? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm on In Reviews Thursday night talking about Prince Gary, you're back? No. Prince Andrew losing his title. No more Prince. But still the son of Queen Elizabeth. Rachel Reeves, should she go or should she stay? By Thursday or so. And finally, Don Butler. His connect went. Don Butler did a master stroke, I must say, a master stroke in calling out the racist lady, MP. Gary, are you there? I don't know if you're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you back?
What happened?
Oh, you're back.
Was it me that got kicked?
Yeah, it's you. You went into the water, man. You went swimming. Where's the trunks or whatever like that? You went swimming. or or
I don't know.
or Melissa got you. Melissa got you. You know, Gary. In a final bit, because I've got to talk about Jamaica. You know what I mean? I don't know if you have been. What's your latest or your follow in regarding Jamaica recovery? Jamaica is in the recovery mode now. That's where they are. Recovery mode. That's where Jamaica is now. You know?
Well,
Go on.
No, I was only saying really that I've been listening quite closely to some extent of what is happening. I haven't, obviously the news is coming out in dribs and drabs, I think, because I think that the elections, they went out for I think 24 hours for a period of time. CVM, I think, and CVJ or
TVJ.
Yeah,
TVJ.
I think that they couldn't make any connection with them because I think the electrics, the power kind of went out down in the islands there. But from what we understand, the government is asking for $25 billion to rebuild, isn't it? You know, so
okay.
What has been shown on social media, even on Facebook, I saw various parts of St. Elizabeth. That parish was, part of it was severely damaged. The roads just terrible. You know, in various. It looks like Kingston wasn't too bad. St. Catherine wasn't too bad. It doesn't seem, but the North Coast and the eastern part or the western part of Jamaica was severely hit.
Yeah. Well, what was it? The impact was the winds was like up to 185. They were talking about what was 185, and it was moving a bit slow. Some are saying that they should be revising these categories, and they're thinking that it was really like up to a category 6. You know.
Yeah.
As well. Well, what they've said is that the Red Cross has mobilized over 400 volunteers. That was before the hurricane. World Food Program WFP is working with government and partners to deliver emergency food kits as well. Different aspect there. Groups like World Central Kitchen. But one of the things that was the latest thing, which I did a video on it not so long ago, was that the minister, one of the ministers, was given an update, Gary, and he said that there are scrupulous persons who are trying to scam Jamaicans, right? They're creating different websites, and the websites are like for argument's sake, JamaicaHurricaneHelp.net, JamaicaHurricaneHelp.org, JamaicaHurricaneHelp.com. Again, you can see that. Melissa Relief Jamaica.net, Melissa Relief Jamaica.com, Melissa Relief Jamaica.org. Even they have one making it look like simple. Support Jamaica GovJM.com, Support Jamaica GovJM.net, And the real site, the real official site is www.supportjamaica.gov.gem. So therefore, what he's saying, people need to be very careful about these different sites and how people somehow are giving money. Right? I know of a few sites or a few persons that I'm going to be putting things together for Saturday night. They said if people are having any concerns, they can report to that site, jamaica.cert.opm.gov.jm. You know what I'm saying, Gary? Yeah. So that is what is happening in light of the whole thing regarding scammers. You know, there are a lot of scamming going on there in Jamaica. Well, trying to scam things. Yeah.
Well, there will always be individuals in whatever situation that there is. There will always be unscrupulous individuals that will try to make money off the backs of
those
who on the backs of those who are in need, sadly to say. So it's come to Jamaica. Jamaica's always been one area that's trying to scam people anyway. If reality dictates, Jamaica is a place, but it's happened now again where Jamaica has been hit by the weather, by nature. And there are going to be people around the world who's going to try and make and earn a living by those who have been hurt.
Yes. I just play briefly, Garrett, before we go. Just the comments about these sites here.
Good. And you have a very sobering update for us. So thank you, Minister, for being here.
Thank you very much, Minister. Good morning, everyone. While Jamaica and the government tries to deal with the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, we have some unscrupulous players, not necessarily within Jamaica, but worldwide, trying to take disadvantage of the situation. The Jamaica Cyber Incident Response Team, Jamaica CERT, is issuing an urgent alert to the public in Jamaica and worldwide regarding the emergence of fraudulent websites attempting to exploit generosity in the wake of Hurricane Melissa. Jamaica CERT's monitoring systems have detected multiple suspicious domains currently under development that appears designed to divert hurricane relief donations away from legitimate channels. In fact, up to last night, we identified 8 such sites, and just now it has been updated to 28 sites that are attempting to divert contributions, donations from legitimate sources. These malicious actors are creating fake websites with names deliberately similar to Jamaica's official donation portal. We have identified some of these domains as JamaicaHurricaneHelp.net, JamaicaHurricaneHelp.org, Jamaica-Hurricane-Help.com, MelissaReliefJamaica.net, MelissaReliefJamaica.com, MelissaReliefJamaica.org, SupportJamaicaGovJM.com, SupportJamaicaGovJM.net. And you recognize that the last two are very much similar to our official website. The main difference is that all of our websites, our official website ends with .gov.jm.com. What you have identified, ladies and gentlemen, is that these sites are at varying stages of development. But Jamaica CERT suspect that these may become active in coming days. The only legitimate government website for Hurricane Melissa relief donations is https://www.supportjamaica.gov.jm. So you'll see that our official website ends with .gov.jm. How should you protect yourselves? Verify the URL carefully. As I stated earlier, the official site ends in .gov.jm and not .com, .net, or .org. We ask that persons who wish to donate to type the address directly. Do not click links in unsolicited emails or social media messages. Look for security indicators. Ensure the site shows https:// and look for a padlock icon. Again, that speaks to the security of the site. We are asking persons to be suspicious of urgent requests. Scammers create artificial urgency to bypass your careful judgment. We ask that you research any organization. If you are
so therefore, Gary, so that's it there. You know, what we are seeing is a lot of people are wanting to help. A lot of people are doing things. One of the things that I'm saying to persons who are wanting to do things like fundraising, concerts, and all those sort of things, I think about it and I said, isn't it better just to put that money into something and send it than having concerts and all those sort of things? So, sorry, Gary, I think you're on mute. Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, because the government has also set out, I think I got something from the High Commission a while ago. The government has also set out, where is it? I think I got something from the High Commission. The government has also set out different things that people can get, yeah, that will be approved, you know, to send to Jamaica as well. So therefore, I think they'll be able to get some sort of waiver or something like that. You know what I mean, Gary? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear me, Gary?
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's the thing there. I think I got something a while ago from the High Commission. I'm trying to find it a while ago. It's I don't know where it is. I think I've got something a while ago. It's long ago. Yeah, you're saying, Gary.
I think our people need to be careful and be vigilant on who they're giving their monies to, who they're supporting, and to check the website. It's not the .com, .net, or .org organizations. That those are scammers. They're not the proper ones that one should be using.
Yeah.
It's the .gov.jm sites that they need to, be looking for.
Yeah. They said, yeah, do not send items that are not on the Office of Disaster Preparedness list. They ensure that all aid received align with Jamaica immediate recovery needs and so like that. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of things, Gary. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
What needs to be, what my concern is, again, yes, Jamaica needs the support. Jamaica needs the help and the aid. And that's important. But my concern again is when it gets there. Now you have even during the best of times, even when things were going almost 100% or going as well as could, you had scammers up there, and you had people who were not really truthful in delivering things or whatever. So is not only what is happening outside of Jamaica or on the net, but it's what's happening when it gets there. My concern is sometimes that when things get there, that people will look after themselves. That's all, people will look after themselves and not look after others. We need people there who will be honest enough to be able to distribute the aid evenly when it gets there, and not for themselves, and not also to be able to sell and get money for themselves. Obviously,
You think so? You think it might get even like politicized as well, to a certain extent?
Well, it's not only politicized. It's not only that. It's about people being selfish and just thinking about themselves. I mean, you find it in the very same problem in Gaza. You're finding the very same problem wherever aid goes. Sometimes it doesn't go to the people that it was earmarked for. It goes to people and into the pockets and into the homes and into the lofts and into the warehouses of others. That is happening. Yeah. That is happening worldwide, not only in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And even though the government, I would say the government, because I do believe it was the government who said that they need so many billions for money to rebuild Jamaica. But even then, sometimes it doesn't go towards the areas that it's supposed to be going to. Even before the hurricane, of situations, Silver, where corruption was and is at every level. So it's worse now. Now, knowing now that the aid is needed, capital letters, aid is needed in Jamaica. However, when it gets there, is it going to go to the areas or to the people, to the persons, the families that needs it most? Obviously, probably it will, but again, will the bulk of it go there? We don't know, and I doubt it will ever get there. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping, and I'm trusting my fellow countrymen there that when the aid arrives, when the aid gets there, whatever the aid that they're asking for, and they may even get more than what they've asked for, but when it gets there, it goes to the areas, it goes to the people, it goes to the families that it was earmarked for, so that they will obviously get back to the state in which they were before the hurricane came. Because from what I've seen by the pictures of the various areas in Jamaica and the roads and the properties that have been completely destroyed. Some people will it may take years for them to get back to where they were. It's going to take a long time. My heart goes out to Jamaicans and to those who are living there.
Well, we wish them all the best, but we're going to work as much as possible to I've got a few people contact me, and I've got some sites to be shared, but I'm just going to make sure I put it together and collate it, because not everybody is going to want to give. Because like my high schools, I just saw something a while ago that the high school was damaged in some respect, and they're looking for. But I think a lot of people priority is to their families. There's a priority to families first at this moment as well. Yeah, Gary, listen. Enjoy. There's a lot of feedback on your thing. You need to come on Instagram and TikTok. When you're going on TikTok,
We'll address that sometime, man. We'll look at that.
We'll address that. We'll address that. All right, guy. Well, take care of yourself. And say hi to Daddy as well. And we'll all the best. I'm just going on TikTok briefly before and follow up on things. And we say Rachel Reed. What do you say? Sunday or tomorrow? You say Rachel. Sorry, Rachel. When do you say she's gonna go?
She might go before the end of the day. Which still another couple of hours.
I say Saturday, but again, she might go even tonight.
Hold on. I wasn't able to say anything because of what was happening on my end with Andrew, but Andrew has done some silly things. I mean,
Oh, Andrew. Yeah, the prince, yeah.
Yeah. Why is he denying, and he's continuously denying when the facts are just coming out of the woodwork, all over the place? It just does not make sense on his part. I do feel sorry for him. I do feel very sorry for him. But then he's not helping the situation.
And he also paid. The Queen had to give him some money to pay off the whole thing again at the same time. Yeah, remember?
Yeah. It is said that Andrew was the Queen's favorite son.
Yes.
Well, the Queen isn't here, and his mom is not here to protect him, really. But before I go, I just want to say hi to Michelle and Belinda and
yes,
2 of my friends. I'm just wondering why Vita and my other friend has not come back. So I
need to call her to yell up Vita and so like that. Oh yeah. All right, Gary. Well, listen. All the best, and peace out. Yeah.
God bless, man. Take care, and we'll talk and see each other for next week Thursday. Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for those joining me on Instagram, those on Facebook. I think something went wrong with the Facebook, but the YouTube and also TikTok as well. And I'll pop over TikTok briefly. So have a great night, and God bless you. There's been some issues with Gary's coming through from the States. I guess Trump didn't want him on properly. Trump trying to upset the whole floor. All right, Gary.
I'm trying to see if I can get a meeting with him. I don't think
you're trying to get a meeting with him. Yeah, but Gary, you know that to have a meeting with Trump, you got to go through. Hold on, let me see if I can find a picture. To have a meeting with Trump, you got to go through yours truly. That's all right. We're gonna meet with Trump. We'll go to.
Well, see if we can get a meeting with him now. Try to organize something for me.
I never forget the guy who did that for me in 2016. I use that picture. I use that picture because my site was so filled with so many. And I was over my limit. And in order for me to get space to add more friends, I had to find a way to get people to defriend me. So when I put up the Trump, a lot of people defriended me. So then I said Trump 2024, or what like that. All right, Gary. Peace out. Yeah. God bless you. Cheers, man. Bye.